Well, hello. Welcome back to another payday routine. As you can see, we have more money than we've had in a while to allocate, which I am stoked about. I'm Tina. I'm a registered dental hygienist in the state of Minnesota. And every time I get paid, I budget my money with YNAB, which is a digital or cashless version of cash envelopes. And today I'm budgeting money from kind of a lot of sources. The first amount of money that I'm budgeting that makes up this $1,422.17 is $17.50 worth of interest. I keep my money in a high yield savings account instead of a checking account. I think my interest rate is 3.3 or 3%, something around there. So I got $17.50 in interest this month. I recently opened up a checking account at Royal Credit Union. There is a link down in the description box below. No affiliation, but if you want to open an account, you have just a couple more days to do that. I believe the date that the promo ends is June 12th. If you want to get in on that, just go ahead and click the link below. What I had to do was get 2 direct deposits of at least $400 into the account. And they said they would deposit the $400 bonus within 10 calendar days. I got the $400 the exact same day that I got that second $400 direct deposit. So it was a super quick bonus, and I've already gone to the bank, withdrew all that money, deposited it into my normal savings account. I left a little bit of money in the account. I'll tell you why in just a second, but I will be closing that soon. And then I got 2 deposits from working on Tiro, which is an app that you can use to work as a temp hygienist. I would recommend, if you would like to temp, that you go directly to the offices. Click the video up above here. You can see how to do that. It's super simple. You're totally protected if you work as a W-2 employee. But my first paycheck from Tiro was for $960.09. That was full payment for all the shifts that I worked during that pay period. However, Tiro has a really nasty habit of not paying me all the money I'm owed. So I also got a $44.77 paycheck from them for some money that they owed me, but that's not all the money they owe me. They still owe me money. I talked about that in a previous video. I will link that up above. So I'm still, pursuing it. Will get my money. I know that for a fact. I've pursued it with an employment lawyer. I've pursued it with the state, the Department of Labor. And I wish I could tell you why this is happening. I don't know why. The only thing that I can say is that for some, whether it's some people, some businesses, some entities, following the law, doing the right thing, not being a criminal is difficult. I think that if you look around and see what's happening in the world, that's obvious. For some, doing the right thing and again, not literally just being a criminal is hard. For me, it's not. So I have a hard time kind of like understanding it on a really actually understanding it. But I can understand on a base level. For me personally, I prefer to follow the law, do things the easy way, because that means I have an easier life. If I owned a business, I wouldn't want to be getting contacted multiple times by the Department of Labor. I just wouldn't want that in my life. I would prefer things to go smoothly. So I would just follow the law and do the right thing. But I know that it's not like that for everybody. Some people, some businesses, like I said, some entities, they thrive on chaos and confusion. But the good thing is that I'm happy to meet people where they are, meet businesses where they are. When I say people, I mean it doesn't have to be a specific person, but I'm happy to meet people where they are. So if that's the way you thrive, I'm happy to go there with you, but I will be getting the money that I'm owed for sure. I'm just still waiting on that, and I will update you when it comes. But all that being said, that equals the $1,422.36. I also did finally, after 73 days, get my refund from MSC Cruises for $114. That was for overpayment for a cruise. And that's what I kind of mean by I do the right thing and I kind of expect things to happen. So I owed, the balance of the cruise. I paid my bill early. And when the price dropped, I expected to get a refund, because if I had just waited to pay, I would have had to pay less, but I paid early. So you would think that they would just give me my money back. No, it was a drawn out process. It was a 73-day long process. I talked to, I think, 8 agents at MSC. Literally, not a joke, not hyperbole, literally got 8 different answers. I'm happy to be understanding, right? Not everybody who works at a company knows everything, gets everything right every time. But if I call and I get 8 different answers, that means that I have at least 7 people who are wrong. Could be 8 people, because I could get a 9th answer and that could be different from the 8 I heard before. But 8 different answers means 7 people are wrong. And it's just I don't have time for that. So what do I get for paying my bill early? I get the runaround for 73 days. That's the type of stuff I like to avoid. But, I did learn a lesson in life. I learned lots of lessons. And I think that anything that happens, if you learn a lesson, then it's positive. So what I've learned with this MSC thing, with any cruise thing, is just wait till the very last minute to pay your bill. Don't pay it early. There is no benefit. And so, going forward, I can change what I do. I can't change the past. I can't change what the cruise line does. but that's where we are on that. And the reason that I kept that Royal Credit Union bank account open, I said I would mention that and I almost forgot, is because since Tiro does still owe me money and they have been contacted again by the Department of Labor, I just want to leave the account open in case they're trying to deposit the money there, and I've already closed the account just to make it easy. There's also, I think, 58 cents left in there. I left the change in there because I knew when I was depositing the money, I was going to be going to the ATM and you can't deposit coins. And I figured once everything gets straightened out with the pay that Tiro owes me, then I will just do a transfer from the account. I could have done a transfer for the balance, but it just was going to take a couple days to get there. And I just would rather have got the money out, put it in the Capital One ATM and be done with it. So that's where we are with that. One other thing that I learned before we jump into the budget about the MSC cruise refund, like I told you, I got 8 different answers. The last thing that the person told me was that their SOP, their standard operating procedure, to refund overpayment at 14 days prior to departure. So that is what I learned on the very last phone call that I had with them. They ended up giving me my money later that day. But if somebody had told me 14 days prior to departure, the very first day I called, I would have never bothered wasting my time calling them over and over and over again. So it's like very frustrating that people don't have the correct information. But again, what can you do? There's nothing you can do. What I can do though is keep looking for ways that I can make money. I love to make an extra buck. You know, like I said, I opened that checking account. I've also been researching. There is a Citibank bonus. I want to say it's $325. I'll put the link to that one below as well. It has a few more difficult requirements. You have to keep the account open for longer. You have to, I think, have a certain amount deposited into the account regularly. But the good thing about the Citi account is that you can Zelle to that account and it will count as a deposit. Most of these bonuses, you have to do a direct deposit. And so it makes it trickier, but I think it's like $3,000 in 2 transactions. Again, Zelle counts, I think PayPal counts, everything counts. And then you have to do, I want to say $250 in deposits a month. Again, you can Zelle. So I'll just Zelle myself $3,000 and then I'll Zelle myself $250 a month. And then I'll be getting the $325 from there. So this is a super simple way to make extra money. I do know that there is a thing called checks systems. And if you open too many accounts, they can stop you from opening bank accounts, but I'm just gonna write it until the wheels fall off, until they tell me that I can't have no more. And then that'll be that on that. But until then, I'll be, getting my hundreds of dollars for doing nothing. So enough rambling. Let's go ahead and jump right into the budget and get this money budgeted. $1,422.17 is what we have in YNAB. Don't ask me where the remainder of the pennies went. I never know. What I do know is we got to go right to overspent. That's the first place we always start. The day that I don't consistently have to go to overspent will be a beautiful day indeed. But here's where we are. So my car insurance just came out. Looks like I had really not nearly enough money for that saved. Let's cover that $135.43 from inflow. I would normally like to cover that from my Oops, I Fucked Up account, but I don't have any money in there because I haven't been able to save up any. Internet, $65 a month. I didn't put aside that money. That just came out. Oops, I fucked up. Like I said, no money in there. As a matter of fact, I'm down $2 because every time I pay my insurance, I'm charged $2 for paying it every month instead of twice a year. And in my opinion, that's a fuck up. If I were to pay it twice a year, I would save myself, $12 or $24 for the whole year, which would be great. But obviously not great enough for me to do anything about it. I just continue to pay that $2 every month. Streaming on the 1st, this is a Apple TV and Peacock bundle. I just actually canceled this a few days ago. I believe my last payment, I think it is actually on the 1st. Yeah, so I won't be paying this on July 1st. If on July 1st or after I go on and I want to watch something on Peacock and I don't have a subscription, then I will subscribe again. Otherwise, I will just use the remainder of that subscription and save money. Either way it goes, I'm not going to be resubscribing to the Apple TV and Peacock bundle. The only thing I was watching on Apple TV was Your Friends and Neighbors, and it's not that great. I mean, no, that's not true. That's a lie. I like the show a lot. It went off. The show's over. Let me come back to accessories in 1 second. Clothing, this is still overspent because I'm going on a cruise later this month and I've purchased lots of clothes, but I'm still returning things. I still have, I know, 1 swimsuit to return and at least 2 hats, possibly 3 hats. So I kind of want to just leave this where it's at until I get all the spending done. And then I can say, okay, this is what I overspent. Let's go ahead and cover it. And back-end tools is my virtual mailbox. That's $9.99 a month. I will pay for that. So for the accessories, I got a $100 scrub, like uniform allowance from work. And I purchased 2 scrub jackets. The total was $89 or $83, but I got the whole $100 reimbursed. And I said, well, instead of just having that $11 and coming out ahead, let me just go spend some more money. Like my mom would always say, money burns a hole in my pocket. So I went and bought a $15 set of scrubs. That's the deal that Fabletics has all the time. I don't think I've ever paid more than $15 for a set of scrubs. I thought we had to wear black, turns out we don't. So I bought a pair of these like berry scrubs. And instead of paying for shipping, because I'm never gonna pay for shipping, I think shipping is $6. So what am I gonna do? Buy a $15 pair of scrubs and then spend almost half the cost for shipping? I don't think so. So I bought a pair of socks that are definitely gonna be returned, a pair of white denim shorts that are probably gonna be returned, and I bought a wristlet that is probably gonna be returned, maybe, maybe not. However, I split that up into 4 payments, pay in 4, Klarna, like I do a lot of things, especially when I'm buying stuff and I know that I'm gonna return it, I'll do the pay in 4 because it's like, why pay for it and then get a return and get it put back in my account? Why not just wait to pay for it and then return it and then you never have to have it come out of your account, if that makes sense? Anyway, the wristlet was $9.99 and the first payment was $145. So that is where that came from. Also, speaking of returns, a lot of the things that I bought on Temu, I think I bought 18 items. I ended up returning 11. My total cost after the returns was $62 or something. And the original cost was about $200. So it was like 4 payments of $50. Since all but 62 went back, I have $12 remaining for my payments. And so instead of paying $50 3 more times, I'm just paying $12 one more time. At least that's how I thought it was going to be. I guess Afterpay is what I thought I was using. What Klarna does is they take that and they split it up over your last 3 payments. That's not what I want. I want those last payments to go away. So I'm going to try Afterpay next time I buy something because that's what I prefer. As it stands now, I basically have $12 remaining to pay to Temu, but they're splitting it up into 4 payments, or 3 payments rather, of $4, which is annoying. Of course I could pay early, but remember I learned my lesson. What's the point in paying early? I don't know. I'm like scarred. So I'm probably not going to pay it off early. I was thinking I might, but I don't know if there's really any reason to do that. Like I also said, I would just learn from this and then I will go to Afterpay in the future instead of Klarna. Fun money. Let's see where we are there. We've already overspent $74, which is kind of a lot. So I spent $10.78 on this from Etsy. Basically, it's because I'm a solo traveler. If I need to get up and go grab another drink or grab a refill at the buffet or something like that, I don't want my table to be cleared and somebody to take my seat. So I bought this to put on the table. I also did go to Capital One Cafe and I got a different drink. I did not get a matcha latte. I don't remember what it was called. It was something with pineapple juice and then it had like a pineapple coconut cold foam and it had tahini on it. To me, it basically tastes like pineapple juice. I like pineapple juice, but for me, overpriced for what it was. However, the last time I went to the Capital One Cafe, the matcha was like literally so weak and like it was not right. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna get that today. I'm gonna get something different. I'm gonna try something different. I do have my matcha here from Rishi. I bought that on a pay in 4. It was like $65. So I don't regret that for 1 second. The matcha lattes I make here, they're really good. I do think that I need to use regular milk. I think that when I use almond milk, the fact that almond milk has no sugar in it and 2% milk has natural sugar, I think that sweetness of the milk really does make a difference on not only how much sweetener I add to the matcha latte, but just like how it tastes. So I'm gonna go ahead and just buy more 2% milk because I think I enjoy the matcha latte better that way. But I will say that, I'm enjoying it. I've pretty much got it down. I do use more matcha than I thought I would use. I thought I was gonna be able to use 2 grams of matcha. Turns out I'm using 4.5 grams of matcha, so over double what I thought I was gonna use. I might try to bring it down to 4, but I think I've tried 4 and it's not quite right. I will see if I can bring it down to 4 once I get my 2% milk back in the house. But it's very vibrant. It's very matcha. It's not like milky at all. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I do now. And that's kind of what I'm going to try to do. Maybe go to Capital One Cafe 1 time a week because it is kind of an experience and it's just something I like to do. I like to go to the Nook and edit. So just once a week from here on out. I also went and got lunch one day this week and I got one of those table 87 pizza slices from Whole Foods. Now I've gotten one of those before and I swear to God, it was like $6 for the slice. It was $3.55 at Whole Foods, which is a way better deal. Yeah, it's a way better deal. I don't know why it was cheaper. I didn't notice a sale tag. I didn't notice anything on my receipt that said it was on sale, but it was on sale, so that's great. I also signed up for a week of Amazon Prime for $108. My 1 month subscription that I paid $354 ran out, but I wanted to get some stuff here quickly, so I paid $108 for that, and I've already canceled it, so they will not be charging me for the full price or the discounted price after that week is up. Once it's up, it's up. And then I had a giveaway on my channel after I reached 1,000 subscribers, and part of that was $25 in cash. Well, PayPal, however you want to call it. And I had to pay $125 for service fees or whatever. So anyhow, let's cover all that overspending there. And then we can just take a look at this clothing and see what we got. I got some shoes. I got a swimsuit that I've already returned. And then I got 2 swimsuits. One of them is going to be returned and one of them I'm keeping. So again, we're going to wait on that until it's all settled. So $1,137.90, which is a, respectable amount left. And I'm getting paid 2 more times this month on the 16th and the 25th. What that basically means is that 1/3 of this money here should be spread amongst all the monthly bills that I have to pay for. That's what monthlies are up here. So let's just start with that. My Capital One card just got paid and we're only at $28.58 after the last statement balance, which is really good. My Wells Fargo credit card. So the refund from MSC went to this Wells Fargo credit card because that's where the money came from. So I'm kind of thinking how I should handle that. I feel like I just want to have the $114 MSC refund stay on the Wells Fargo card. That's where I do all my spending. It's a 2% cash back card. So I think we're going to take that $114 and put it towards the credit card. We'll get there in a second and that will change, but we're going to leave that yellow for now, especially because that overspending for clothing is coming from there. Student loans, looks like I'm going to need, wow, okay. I need $793 very soon, so let's go ahead and assign that. Federal taxes, they need their $300 every month, so they're gonna need $100. I still have $100 for investing that I have not transferred over. I think I need to, at this point, if I come out of this payday routine and I am feeling comfortable, I'm just going to go ahead and put that $100 into my actual Roth IRA, because the way YNAB works is this is just a pile of money. So this money saying that it's going to investing until I actually go into my account transferred over there, it's not invested. So I need to actually do that. My emergency fund, sitting strong, have not withdrawn any money from there ever. $10.51 is what was deposited in there for the interest, and for any interest that goes into my emergency fund, I just leave it in the emergency fund. For the interest that goes into my regular savings account, which is also high yield, but that's where I keep all my money, that money comes back into the budget and I budget it, but I don't take money out of my extra account, if you want to call it that I have at Lending Club. So that money stays there. Rent, water, parking, trash. We're probably gonna, it's probably about to get dicey. 2010 divided by 3. Oh wait, I have $100 in there? How do I have $100 in there? I don't know why I have $100, but I do know that I need to edit the target. And I need to say, here we go again. Refill up to, I think. Okay, there we go. Thank God. I don't want to do all that again. 1910.47, and then I'll do divided by 3. Okay, so 393 took away a lot of our money, but again, rent, when it's due, it's due. So thank God that I got the $400 bonus, right? $249.34 for health insurance. I'm actually going to hold off on this just for the very reason of, I haven't mentioned this before. Well, I did mention it in a different video when I was telling you guys that I was trying to find a different job, but part of my compensation is $250 a month for wellness, health insurance, whatever. So I really don't have to pay for this with my own money. I will be getting paid and that money will be on my check. So I will not pay that, but I know that I will be getting that money before the 1st. Renters and car insurance. So here's this again. Here we go again. It says I only need $47.66 more, which is like so false. I think I know why. Because I assigned this money and it was overspending. Because I didn't assign the money in May, that's why this is not right. So have a balance of, oh, okay, now it's working. Okay, great. This is great. I was already like getting heated. Okay, internet, again, same thing happened because I assigned it in this month. So, oh, didn't mean to do that. Let's undo that. Let's do edit target. Let's do have a balance of, refill up to, fully spent. Oh my God. Okay, let me undo that because it obviously didn't work. Set aside, oh, by this end of the month, I need $65. By the 6th of the month, $20. Not again. Refill up to, fully spent. Dear Lord, how come this one worked? How about, oh, eventually, not eventually, Dubai. Oh, here we go again. Oh my God. Monthly, refill up to, by the last day of the month. Yes, $10. Set aside. That's what it just was, 46. Oh my God, guys. Okay, how about I do this? How about I take out the 135.43. Can you just put a minus sign before it? Oh, no, because then I took away double. I just need to put 0. How about this? I'll do 0. I'll do 0. And then I'll go to May. This is not how you're supposed to do this, I can guarantee you. How would I only need 37? Oh, that's what you, how does it not have a target? This is literally, I know I set a target. 183.09. All right, let's see if I can come back here and then create target. Oh, it's right there, but it's like saying you don't have it. It's crazy. Plus 145.43. Okay, and then 40, but I assigned more than I have. But that's just gonna take me down in this month, right? I think that's where we just were. 388.15. Let me undo the last 2 things I just did, and let's see if we're at 388, whatever that just said, 15. No. Oh my God, guys. Oh, wait, this being negative is not good. In June, wait, hold on. How did we get overspent here is kind of what I'm confused about. Is that what it was? 393.15? I feel like it was 388.15. So close, but not correct. Oh, because internet's $65, not 60. Okay. So I think this is so wrong. Don't yell at me in the comments, but if you have some constructive criticism, help me. So I think, there we go. I think that's kind of the same. And now I thought I don't need 183. Oh my God. Why was it only 173.09? Did my insurance go down? That's weird. Oh, $10 because I had a $10 gift card. Okay. So this is making sense. I had a $10 gift card. I put it towards my insurance. So actually I'm going to go here and then I'm going to say, this is so janky. Okay. I'm going to say minus $10 and then I'm going to go here. And so I think we're good. Okay. This is needed by the 6th of the month. Yikes. What a mess. 183.09 divided by 3, 65 divided by 3. And then I don't know how much I'm going to need for my energy bill, center point, and it's on the 8th. We're not getting paid in July until the 14th, so I actually might as well put some money towards there. I just don't know how much it's gonna cost. Let's see, how much did it cost last month? It cost $10.39. So I'll just put $10 in there. I'm thinking it'll be more. I don't know if it's center point or Excel that the air conditioner is run off of. I know I'm using more air now because it's like hotter. So I do expect one of those bills to be more. My phone plan though, $25 by the 11th, even though again, I'm not gonna be getting paid until the 14th. I don't mind letting that ride for a little while and we'll just leave it at, and actually no, I shouldn't. I mean, I have to pay that. So 25 divided by 3. Oh, but I need all this money here. So, oops. So yeah, let me undo that. Same for center point. I'm gonna do that because I really need $449 here and I don't have it. So yeah. Okay, wait, 618. $50.99. So I need $50 and what is that? I need $50.99 and I'm getting paid one more paycheck. So we can say $50.99 divided by 2. I have quite a bit of money in household goods. I must have had some returns or something. Oh yeah, that seat cushion was returned. So I'm gonna put that in ready to assign. I think I'm good on gas. I probably will have to get gas before the cruise, but I don't need to get gas this week. I think I have over half a tank. Fun money, I mean, I should put some money there, but being that I'm not going to Capital One Cafe as much, maybe I don't need to put some money there. We'll see. I do need some money for groceries. I want to buy some more food to take to work, like frozen dinners, just quick stuff. So I will have to go to the grocery store before I go to work again. So not great, especially because I still need money for medication. Okay, non-monthly must, let's just move on. I feel like I already saw personal care. Was that in monthlies? Yeah, personal care, cost to be me, non-monthly personal care. So that needs to be taken away. I would say it is non-monthly. I don't think I have personal care items to buy every month. I don't think. I could, but I don't think. So we'll say only in monthly, or excuse me, non-monthly. I feel like household goods was also in monthly. Yeah, okay, so what am I doing? I called myself kind of getting these fixed the other day and looks like I just messed it up. Oh no, household goods is monthly. So yeah, it should be taken out of non-monthly because I'm buying household goods all the damn time. I actually just spent money on parking today and I did spend fun money today, so whoops. I think I spent $3.25, so I'll have 75 cents left. I do like to keep about $10 in there, so let me just put, I'll just put $6 to make it 10 now, knowing that $3.50 or $3.25 is coming out. So my scrubs, that should be, I guess that's in wants because I don't need any more scrubs. I have enough scrubs, but I'm gonna click over there really quickly just to show you what I did there. wait, where are scrubs? So scrubs is nowhere? Good Lord. So let me go to wants. I don't know why scrubs is not anywhere. I totally messed this up. I literally thought, oh, I'm getting it perfect. So that way when I do my payday routine, it's like easier and better. Mess. Scrubs has $62.52. That's what I did with that $100 check. I just put it in the category for scrubs so that all of the remainder of those pay in 4 payments, when they come out, they'll be coming out of that $65.52 balance. Okay, going back over to non-monthly where we were, try to be less chaotic. I don't have anything set aside, but I don't think I need anything for my career. So that's good. You got the look. I do need to get my hair done before the cruise. I'm doing something different than I normally do with my hair. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. I asked her, but she hasn't gotten back to me yet. She just had a baby, so I don't expect her to get back to me like the same day. So I'll give her a couple more days and then I will follow back up. And then I will just fund that from the 16th paycheck. I fly out on the 19th for my cruise, so I'll just be getting my hair done a couple days before. We've already talked about the clothing. All right, Google One is funded. Car registration, we do need more money, but it's not until September, so I'll hold off on that. YNAB does need more money this month, but I have had a couple people sign up for trials with my link. If anybody does subscribe, they will get a free month and I will as well. So this might be pushed out. It might not be in April of 2027. We'll see. By the way, if you are interested in YNAB, there is a link for a free 34-day trial, no credit card needed. And then, like I mentioned, if you subscribe, you'll get a free month and I will get a free month as well. So check that out in the pinned comment below. For the passport, that's not due until 2034. So while I would love to pay $162 a month and I wish I had the money, there's other stuff that I have to pay for that's more pressing. Let's go to wants really quick and just see what's in there. Not like I can do too much about it. My water bill is due at the end of this month. So for these 2 paychecks, I will have to cover the rest of the money. I only need $35 total though, so just $15 more. Scrubs, I just told you about. Streaming, we don't actually need any money for that. Refill up to. So the fact that this is saying that it's not correct. I mean, it is correct because I paid on the 1st. Maybe I should say by the 1st of the month. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Monthly. Why is there not a have a balance of custom? Have a balance of, okay, due by August, but I don't need it in August, but still on track. How am I on track to have a balance of, maybe it's because I said August and we're in June. See, this is, I think one of the commenters was like, oh, have a balance of is, have a balance by a certain day, but it's like, that's what I did and it's not working. I said, I want to have a balance of $1634 due August 2026. Save target. The balance is $0 and it says I'm on track. How do you figure? How am I on track? Okay, by July, is it because I've gone too far out in the future? No. By June? Save target? Oh, yeah, that's weird. But the problem is that doesn't carry over. It's still saying I need it by June, but in July, that's not helpful. So monthly, $1634 by the 1st. Next month, I want to refill up to. Next month, I want to set aside. God damn it. I fucking hate this. You know what? Let me stop because I feel my body heating up. You know what? Let me just control Z. No, shift Z, snooze it. Boom. There you go. I got to get a month ahead. I just have to get a month ahead. I have to get a month ahead because this is literally pissing me off. Set aside, see, I can't let it go. Set aside another $1634 each month by the 1st. Today is after the 1st. So how did I meet my goal, meet my target if I assigned the $1634 after the 1st? I need $1634. Really, I need it by the end of the month because it's due the 1st. Set a target to have $1634 on hand each month. Whatever you don't spend will get applied towards next month. Sure, let's do that. It's not helpful to know on July 1st that I need $1634 by the 1st. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not helpful. Oh, wait. Maybe, oh, it is on the last day of the month. I was like, maybe if you put it the last day of the month, it is that way. This needs to say have a balance of. There needs to be an option to have a balance of by the last day of the month. I guess I could like do it like this. Doesn't really solve the problem. It says that I need $32.68, which is not actually accurate, but it's more accurate as far as it's telling me I need $1634. Could I do that? But again, that's not helpful because when it comes to streaming, I know, okay, streaming is $1634, even though it's not going to be once I unbundle it. But if I'm doubling my car insurance or renter's insurance, I'm not gonna know what what this is divided by 2. Does that make sense? I don't know. What do you think? Is that a good idea to do by double it? I think that's a bad idea. Like everything about me wants to undo that. Like I don't think that's a good idea. I don't think that's a good idea at all. Like I feel like that's wrong. It looks right, but it feels wrong. I can't let this go and I hate that, but oh, I think I figured it out, right? Okay, I don't like that being red. So 312.94, right? I think if I do this and then I do 0 and then I do 1634, it will be what, 312.94 was it? Yeah, so that's right. But then I'm overspent in the previous month. I don't like that. I don't like this at all. I don't like going back to previous months and it being overassigned or overspent. Well, I think that I have to be a month ahead, right? If I don't know. I don't like this at all. I don't like this. I think the only solution is to be a month ahead, right? But how am I gonna be a month ahead when I spend so much money and I don't make as much money as I need to make? How am I gonna do that? I gotta make more money? Tough, but fair. I really hate this. Like this really, really does not feel good. That really does not feel good at all. I think I have to like not do that. I think I have to not do that. Yeah, I can't do that. I literally can't do that because it's just like, I can't do that. I can't have it overspent like that. I literally can't. Overspent on groceries? Oh, on credit card though. What? Overspent there too? I thought it was like a couple bills. I thought it was like health insurance and car insurance. Am I crazy? I know it was internet. So take away 45. And then I think it was here, right? 118.12, 145.43. Oh dear, I'm in a pickle now. I took away $10, so you need to, so what is that, 135.43? I don't think that's, oh God, you guys, I fucked it up. 135.43, I fucked up bad. Oh God, oh God. Okay, well that's 0, but then you gotta go back here and you gotta go to your monthly, which you are there. And then you have to 43, okay, that makes sense, 65. Yeah, okay. And then what, 143, 122. Okay, that's not what that said earlier. It did not say 344.32. Oh man, I fucked this one up. Yikes. Well, there's no way to do this, right? We've already talked about this. We've gone over it. It's no way to make it right. There's no way for this to be correct unless I'm a month ahead, or at least signing the money in the previous month. So for bills that are on the 3rd, they have to be, I have to let it go. I have to let it go because I'm just gonna sit here and it will just be, the video will just get longer and longer and longer and nothing will get accomplished. So even though it says that, oh, I have to assign this money here. Maybe that's where the $16 came from. Let's see. I don't think that was the amount either. Even though it says, we're on track. I've met the target. I haven't, but I think I just have to move on, right? I have to move on, even though I don't like it. And I'm pretty sure that this is not what it said before I started doing all that. I just have to move on. I just have to stop. I just have to be done. I just have to, okay? I mean, I don't have any money, but anyway, 114 from the cruise. What did I say I was gonna do? I said I was gonna move that to the credit card because first of all, that's where it's sitting right now. It's in the credit card account. So we'll just move it there and then I can rehide that. I unhid it so I could assign that deposit to that category. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. I actually got a cheaper hotel. I went on Priceline again. I saved, I don't know if I actually updated the cost on here. I may or may not have, but yeah, I think I did. So I only need 213 instead of 225. Also, this hotel has an airport shuttle. It's closer to the airport, even though like the first hotel I had was near the airport. The second one I had was near the port. This third one is back near the airport, but they have an airport shuttle. Not only that, they have a cruise shuttle the next day. I think it costs like $17. Either way, having an airport shuttle is basically saves me the cost of a lift. So I'm saving $10 on the room and I'm also saving whatever I would have paid for the lift. I do still need $25.75 and I'm just gonna go ahead and put that here because I believe they're gonna charge me what, the 16th? So that's the day I get paid. I'll just put the money here. I still need $25.75. I just put the money there. What do you mean? I need another, oh, funded. Okay, For my Virgin Voyages flight for my cruise in February, I have not really looked at the prices on there, but $324.47 I have set aside. I have $978 set aside for my cruise fare, which is great. That's due on the 24th of October. And the hotel, I have $124.50. Ooh, did I book a hotel for there yet? No, I think I had gone on to book a hotel and the prices were higher than I was paying for my cruise in a couple of weeks. So I thought like as I get closer to the day, the prices might go down, because that seems to be what's happening here. The closer I'm getting cheaper prices. So I will just hold off on that. I think this money here in maintenance is from refunds that have come through. I don't know that I need it, but we're just gonna leave it there. Canva, I do need to pay for Canva. That's coming out on the 13th. So I don't have any more paychecks coming before that comes out. I don't have enough money. So actually, let me go really over to monthly. Let me take that money out of investing and take that right away, because I obviously don't have the money to put into investing. It needs to go somewhere else. I need to also figure out when my credit card is going to start charging me interest, because I cannot keep doing this little credit card float thing. If I'm going to be charged interest, I will have to make something work. I mean, again, though, I do have how much money? $1,669 set aside for travel stuff. So I do have money. I just have it set aside for other purposes. Same with this $100 here for sewing and adjustable dumbbells. I guess I have to take away all this money, because I need $499. So, or 89 or whatever it is. So, okay. So that's that on that. I'll go back to my monthly. I'll go back to my medication. I will go ahead and fully fund that. Oh, I have $50 extra. Well, I got to get groceries, like I said. So we'll just go ahead and put 53 in there for groceries. And that'll be kind of all the rest of the money that I have until, oh my God, I'm in July. Oh my God, I'm in July. Oh my God, I'm in July. How long have I been in July, guys? How long have I been in July? How long have I been in July? Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh my God, I'm in July. Why y'all didn't tell me I was in July? Why y'all didn't tell me I was in July? You were probably screaming at your screen, bitch, you're in July. Bitch, you're in July. And I can't hear you. Okay, good. We're back. We're back. Go ahead and assign. And then I'm going to put the rest towards groceries. I think you can just do this and it will only put what you have. Yeah. Okay. Well, chaos. Airplay? Really? Sabotage. That was a lot, guys. That was a lot. I'm beat. I don't know what to say. I don't have much to say. I'm going to enjoy the rest of my weekend. I hope you enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you next time. Bye.